What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Chip? I'm trying to tell Relic. Verminator! What's up, Verminator? We're trying to get Raji. Relic is on the way, chat, so I get to meet him. Kiwi! Choppa Derek! What's up, Kyle? Okay, chat, check it out. Let's see. Let's see, here we go. Let's focus. Here we go, let's see. What's up, Pirate? If I zoom in, will it focus? Oh, let's go! We got the old camera back, look at that. Ooh! Ooh, look at that! Let's go!
Always remember, if you ain't first,
what's up, Tech Guy Brian?
Raji1 donated $25.
Raji!
Raji1 donated $25.
Alright, listen up. We want to welcome you guys out. We're going to get ready to start.
Raji, 25 bucks. How's the audio?
Make sure you got your wristbands. Make sure
Audio good?
numbers on your cards. Make sure you've been through tech. If you have a passenger, the passenger has to have a wristband.
So I got the new camera in today.
Make sure your
At $25, I help a ton, Raji. Because when I sent the camera off for a repair,
make sure the tailgate's cleaned out. If you got trash in the tailgate, you'll be backed out.
they gave it back to me and they didn't fix it or anything. They just cleaned it. So I made a complaint. And then the next day I went to drop it off again. They were like, all right, so what we're going to do is just exchange and replace. It was, and I bought the extended warranty. It was a 4-year warranty, 250 bucks. So I basically got a new camera for 250 bucks. What's up, Colt? What's up, Snug? You started streaming, Snug? Rick did that, actually, Kyle. It just showed up as my name. What'd you start streaming, Snug? You need a little shout out? Wait till we get more viewers in here, Snug, and you're free to shout out your channel or wherever you're streaming as much as you want. We're all about helping friends grow around here. We're not stingy about it. So if we have a bunch of viewers in here, feel free to shout out your channel. Hey, what's up? Music is live. Oh my God. The track is not supposed to be hot right now, but it is. Oh, it's a good race here. Tyler Lohman in the right, Reggie in the left. Tyler Lohman in the right, Reggie in the left. Track went hot earlier. Here we go, chat. It's nice to have this camera back, man. So nice and clear and focused. Fireworks! What's up, Jackie?
I don't know if the light is or not.
I hope he don't blow it up.
The first pass.
Oh, is that Reggie?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right, Reggie, be careful, Reggie.
Is that the intake that just blew off?
Yes, sir.
That's the intake. Let me move over here, chat. About to see some candles lit. Tyler Lohman, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon McGee, right here in front of us. What's up, Mike? Hope you're going to Evadale tomorrow. Even though I was all over the place, that camera stayed focused. Hey, it's the Pro Mod SUV in the left lane. I appreciate the host. Music is live. Thank you, buddy. What up? Hey, what's up, brother? You with this car tonight? No? Oh, okay. Who are you with?
I brought the white car.
Oh, the white car, cool. Oh, very nice. Dad's car? How clear that is, Chad. This, dude, the technology in a couple of years. The technology in a couple of years is amazing. That little focus box in the middle of the screen makes such a big difference. That's all right, Coyote. You beat up on that Mopar. Chad, I was supposed to have like 5 different emotes. It said it was, hold on. There's supposed to be 5 emotes that affiliates get. So basically like 5 free emotes. And I don't know if y'all see them, but it's supposed to be like Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Rotary. I didn't read the fine print. I just made like emotes. So maybe they're just for, oh, there you go. There it is. Right lane. Mopar gets beat again. There it is. Woo. Man, I love this camera, chat. It's able to focus like on people, look. The other one wouldn't do that. All that is software too. What's up, Pepto? See how it stays focused? It's just that little box in the middle that makes a world of difference. Crazy. Hey, what's up, Stone Bet? Hey, I was not expecting that truck to beat him. I was not expecting that truck to beat the car in the right lane. Yeah, I got my, well, It's not my old camera, it's a new camera they sent me. So we're back to what we were before. Thank you for the host, Pepto. What's up, Gilbert? How you doing, bud? Oh, here we go. Check this car out. Jeff Owens' dad, I think, is driving it. 70-something years old. Hey, is his dad driving it? Yeah. Okay, cool. 71 years old. There it is, Jeff.
Are you the one that took the first video?
I did.
When I got in?
Yeah. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, it was cool.
I thought you were the one driving it.
No, we're having another guy to test.
Oh,
I'm gonna drive it when it starts getting serious.
Oh. Yeah, I was the one that made a video for him.
Yeah.
That's very cool, man. That's a beautiful car.
Yeah. A lot of sweat.
Oh, I bet. That's why he wasn't driving it. This is his dad right here. 71 years old. It's his car. What's up, bow tie guy? There's an emote in the chat for you now, bow tie guy. He's at the gate? That's awesome. Yeah, we have emote now for Chevrolets, Fords. Dang. Holy cow, this camera is so much better than the other one. Yeah, look through your... Look through your emotes. There should be a Chevrolet something in there, bow tie. There you go, Sparky Toaster. That was cool of Twitch to add some different emotes for the affiliates. What's crazy, bow tie guy, is the camera I was using as a backup is actually better than this one. I mean, it's more expensive, I mean. Not that it's better, you know what I mean. Nice bass. just have to get used to using it because the zoom is a little bit faster. It's just different. Also, the excitement of it being so much clearer. All right, Lane, that focus is loud. What's up, Broncos? I need to move back to the other side. Regardless of the camera, it facing those lights, it doesn't like it. Dang, I think we had like 30 people walk in front of the camera, chat. Definitely testing the focus on that one.
Always remember, you ain't first, always
Hey,
remember.
Verminator!
The Armanate donated $25. If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? You had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me?
Verminator, you want to check your mail in the next few days, about a week. Not sure how long it's going to take. Douchebag! Oh, the truck just beat him, bro. The truck just got him. What do you say on Yeah, the funny thing, Stone Fed, is there's a circle track right over here on the other side. It's right back there. It's the last, well, the only short track asphalt left in Texas. Just now got done, but no phone service on the land. Tomorrow's a big event, Chad. Don't miss it. If you're a, hold on, I'll tell you after this burnout. Well, this non-burnout. I like the flat black though. Going against Camaro in the right. Mopar is 0 for 10 tonight. What's up, Cameron? I got my old camera back. Look how much better it is in the middle of the camera. Right lane. New Mexico. What's up, Bear? Anybody want to answer the questions in the chat? I have 3 o'clock set to start, but I'll probably be earlier than that. Central time. Oh, look at the camera trying to focus. Interesting. Okay, Dean. You got arrested at the gate? He's coming up to me. I don't know, you saw it trying to focus there for a second. I don't know if it's better to have the autofocus slower or faster. Maybe slower might be better, I don't know. That way it takes it longer to go out of focus, but of course then it takes it longer to go into focus. So I don't know. Dang, that was loud. I don't have my earplugs in yet. Pickle fits. Oh! Hey, something came off. Something came off. Hey! Hey! Hey, it's in the middle, so it's not in the way, but something came off from the left lane, but it's in the middle. Right at the finish line. Oh, look at all the grass flying out of that thing. Y'all saw that little piece come flying out of the truck? Oh, Relic's checking out his puppy. Oh, that's my nickname. People call me Tinkle Fits and... Civic in the right. Yeah, Tinkle Fit. There you go, Max. Hey, right lane's gonna blow up before he even leaves.
How you
How's it
doing?
going?
Man, you got like freaking,
Yeah.
you're looking like a news reporter up in here.
Up in here.
What the
don't feel it?
hell? Yo, he's got some weight going on here. No wonder you got that stick holding it up.
Yeah, that way I can set it down, yep.
So you've got like an actual professional camera hooked up into the...
Yeah, into the live view. I like it because it can zoom, right?
Check that out, yo. It's badass for races.
Yeah, it's
I couldn't
perfect.
imagine carrying all that. Blow up with your squirrels. What the hell? Oh, the squirrels. Mario Terrace. Mario, this
Mario
is Tickle
Tennis.
Fits. Mario Terrace. This is Tickle Fits. He's got like CW39 camera stuff going on here.
Mario Tennis.
Look at that setup, y'all.
Oh,
Notice you can
lovely.
like zoom in on him. Like he's like,
Yeah, all the way down,
check
yeah.
that out. He can zoom right in on him. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
He has
but
put a lot of work into his setup.
I need one of those little cameras though. That
Yeah,
way I
but-
can walk around and
Yeah, but that's probably really good for what you're doing here.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know, like that is a crazy.
Yeah.
That is a crazy setup. Had to give him a little tongue.
There you go.
That's what they're waiting on.
Is that a Corolla? Normally Fridays they start out slow, but then it picks up really quick.
Nice, nice. Yeah, last time I came, I didn't know where to stand. I was standing in the middle. And I couldn't
Oh,
get
yeah,
a
you
good
can-
vantage point from the middle. It
You
was
can
like-
move around wherever,
Yeah.
especially like on Friday or Sunday when it's just like test and tune. Hey,
Okay, last time they spilled a bunch of oil or something, so they shut it down for a long time.
yeah, it takes well, I would probably say antifreeze takes even longer than that. That little, I didn't know it was that small.
Oh yeah,
The
it's
camera.
We're not supposed to talk about that. We're not supposed to talk about that.
Holy cow, dude, that's even smaller than a GoPro. I mean, it's about the same size as a GoPro.
It don't weigh anything. It don't. What weighs everything is in the backpack.
Yeah.
The batteries, all the. I have extra stuff, extra batteries,
The
extra cables, extra everything.
I go to Las Vegas on Wednesday. What's the regulation on the battery to like travel? To carry on.
Houston doesn't mess with you. Neither does Vegas.
Okay, cool.
Where you really have problems is
Dang, let out of it, man.
he is not videoing me and Granny.
Holy
As long
cow.
as you stay in the U.S., you're okay.
Yeah, I
The only
think.
times I've ever had anybody ask about a battery is coming in and out of the U.S.
Okay.
I've heard if you go to like the Asian countries, they'll throw your batteries in the trash.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
But as long as you're in the U.S., I have big batteries. I've never had a problem. But you got to disconnect everything.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea that camera was that small.
Oh yeah, it's micro. It's little. OTR Penguin coming in with the raid. Welcome
Hey, hey Rick,
Welcome.
can you set it up for like a squad stream?
everybody. Big Daddy Green, thank you for the follow. Welcome everybody. We are out here at the Houston Raceway, Houston Motorsports Park. We out here with Tickle Fits. He invited us to come and even paid for the gas money to come up here. How y'all like
They
that?
had your name at the gate, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah.
They told me in chat that the only way I could get in was to say pickle tits.
Pickle tits, yeah.
So that's what I said. Was
I get
pickle
called
tits.
tinkle fits and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff.
Can I zoom in and zoom out? I can, but it's very difficult on this camera. And a lot of times my zoom gets stuck. So then you're seeing the whole stream like
Chad,
this.
I had no idea that IRL camera was that small. That thing is nice. Holy God. Hey, Rick. Or Kyle.
Ticklefish mom.
Oh, my mom's in there.
So this is a different view of watching my son. Korean barbecue. Yeah. You can watch him now.
I feel like I'm...
Penguin, you're only 30 minutes away. I'm going to be here for just another hour and a half.
Penguin needs to come out.
You got time to come by here, Mr. Penguin. If you want to come by.
See how small that is?
What are you doing hiding in Texas?
Look at that.
What are you doing? He's very impressed with how small my...
Dude, that's crazy. It's like a GoPro. Oh, I think Rick sent an invite to you to do like a squad stream. I don't know how it works.
Okay. I'm not sure either. How does that...
He said I sent an invite to him. I don't know what that means.
Mario, thank you for giving us some of the ticklefish. How do you do it on the live view?
I don't know. Ford. I don't know.
I don't have anything.
Maybe it's on the dashboard? Twitch dashboard? I don't know.
Let me look at my app. Look at my app.
What I need to do is hook up my old phone.
I wonder if you have to be on desktop.
It's on the dashboard. Expecting that Honda to beat that Mustang. Holy cow.
They got a huge parking lot.
He said maybe. He said what?
OTR is driving a rig.
Oh, a rig?
So they got plenty of parking.
Yeah, you can park on the circle track.
Yeah, they got plenty of parking. Llama 69, thank you for the resub.
Llama 69.
Squad Street. Okay, I think they're doing it. They said a mod can accept it.
Yeah, that's what Rick said. Dang, your chat's, you got your text set up a lot bigger. I like the green though.
Yeah, it keeps it right with everything. ASD Pog Sexy, how you doing? Rondo the prison declaring, how you doing? Where's Granny? I left her at the Korean barbecue place.
The Korean barbecue
so she can
place.
pay the bill. You know how I do. Y'all know how I do.
What's up, DTM? Hey, that's a gap. So chat, this little Corolla right here is pretty fast.
What y'all think this car gonna do? Y'all know I don't know anything about cars.
I don't know much either.
Oh,
he's on nitrous too.
Venom out the freaking windshield.
He's speaking of venom.
He's trying to clean his windows right before racing.
Oh, right lane. Dude, I've never seen a Corolla spraying.
There we go.
Mario Tennis. Oh, right lane. Where's Misconfig at? Anybody want to tag Misconfig? She'd probably get a kick out of it. That's my buddy Chris here. He's here every weekend.
Oh yeah, I'm petting his dog.
Oh, very cool. He's got 3 of them. He breeds them.
Yeah, that's what they were telling.
Looks like he's got his aluminum full jacket on.
Yeah. Looking like Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man.
I am Iron Man.
Watch it. Watch his burnout. For a solo pass.
Wow.
Dang, Chris. You're treating it like it's the
I
finals.
used to have a jacket like that back in the day when I used to DJ.
Is he mad at the tire?
Twisted Soul, thank you for the follow.
That's a nice pass. Good pass by Chris. There was a guy last weekend on a Harley when he took off. Immediately came back almost right on top of him.
Oh my
It was
God.
so scary. And as soon as I saw his head coming back toward the concrete, I panned off because I don't want to show it.
Yeah. That's crazy. There we go. Iron Soul, how you doing? You used to DJ? Yes, I used to DJ in a one of the places I used to DJ. I also had to announce things like. Up next, we have.
That's a nice pass. I'm still trying to get back used to this camera.
Stream thing figured out because I don't see anything on my app. Or Mama 2 Kids, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime.
There we go. It's so different here in Relic in person, chat. Where's misconfig at? We need misconfig.
2 Kids, thank you so much for the 9 months. You just had a baby, but now you got 3 kids.
Ah, okay. So the camera's trying to focus. Mario Taras. Right lane. The funny thing about it, Jockey, was Sawblade, my sponsor, was like, we can put like a stopwatch on your stream if you want for your videos. I was like, no, they'll run me out of town if I do that because they don't show the times on purpose.
When I read your title,
Hey, Mike,
I thought you were going to be driving.
this
No.
Mustang is camming. It doesn't sound like a ghost tune either.
New York content.
Smell that clutch?
I think you hit something at some point right there on the back.
No, that's to keep the
Oh, it's to
sticky
keep the stuff off.
Yeah,
Oh, that's smart.
tire, yeah,
Oh,
burnout,
that-
yeah.
Oh.
Because this stuff right here is impossible to get off your paint.
I know. I think I'm going to be able to walk up the side of a building when I leave here.
That's Spider-Man.
Right
there.
OTR people coming through with the 10 2 gifted subs. Mama 2 Kids, thank you so much for the
To
video.
find
Can I get some pipes?
you go through here. I'm gonna go through Discord. Somebody's jamming out over here. No, back over there.
This is my first real stream in over a month. And
let me see. I know Misconfig sent me her phone number earlier. I'm gonna find it and send her a message. Ask her where she's at.
Budgie Bird up in here. And I know some of y'all lost your hype button. I'm sorry, I messed things up.
He sounds exactly like he sounds on stream too.
How you do it? West Coast, California, San Diego area.
I don't know where it is. Oh, you sent her a message? Cool.
Soul Assassin up in here.
Well, she's been waiting for the collab, yeah.
Have a good night, love you too. Maxine up in here. I messed up y'all's emotes, everybody. I apologize. I'm trying to help. I don't think I'm gonna get sweaty tonight. Normally I would be sweaty, but I don't think I'm gonna be sweaty tonight.
Hey, Verminator, we can zoom in on the booba. And it won't get blurry. Here comes Chris again with his burnout.
Waka waka.
Hey, what's up, Kidnap? Hello, buddy. Hey, Brandon. Hey, you going to Hell Dale? I'll be there. You not bringing a car? Oh, yeah. Here we go, Chad. Here comes Chris. That's pretty straight. Oh, here we go. This car shoots fire out all the way down whenever he takes off.
Oh, really?
There he is, chat. Tyler Low, man. I've never seen this truck before. Ah! Holy cow, this camera's so much better. I ran out of room. I hit this pole behind me. So I ran out of room to back up. How did that look on stream? It's like I say, I ran out of room. I backed up into this fence behind me. I hear the music. Y'all can hear it like this. Listen. It's like a car back there. Manly, look through the emotes. You got a Ford emote. You got Relic here too, right here. Yeah, there's all the new emotes. I just threw those together before I left. I was like, nobody else has emotes. The only shirt I have in the car, Verminator's a medium. Oh, really? On oh my God. I didn't either. Oh man. Man, we got a rave out here.
Fast thing on the track right there.
We got a rave out here.
I guess something happened down there.
The car died.
Oh.
You want to see it? Look. Ready?
Y'all, look at that. Look at that zoom. That is insane.
Optimus Prime.
Demon Dark just resubbed for 33 freaking months with Twitch Prime.
Demon the Wicked, thank you so much for the 33 months. Y'all, his camera is insane with that zoom. If you're on PC, you got all the emotes.
Yeah, they don't. That thing they don't sell anywhere anymore.
No, you can't buy it. Like,
it's crazy.
You can't buy it. They say they're gonna come out with a new version.
I have
and the ones you do find are just quadruple the price.
I have this little plug here. That way I can hook my GoPro in it. But GoPro's terrible at night. Looks good during the day, but at nighttime it's terrible.
Yeah, battery life, all that stuff is just.
Yeah.
I have a whole GoPro setup that I tested off stream. Just try to, and it just, they're not there yet. This is hands down the best camera for like what I do, but
And they discontinued it. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm hoping they come out with a new version. Crazy on L2. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Demon the Wicked, thank you for that resub. Shannon Jack, thank y'all so much for showing love. I know this was an unannounced stream. I know I haven't.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear the music?
And what kind of thing? After not streaming for over a month, then to come hang out with Tickle Fits tonight. Y'all go show him some love. Go drop him some follow. One of the only streamers in Houston that actually is outside. So there's not many of us in Houston that are outside.
We don't go outside in Houston.
Yeah. It's either too hot or too many mosquitoes.
Sounds like static.
We go outside the barbecue. That's about it.
Let me see what he's doing down here.
Mario Terras.
Where is Mario
Is that
Terras?
for sale? Really? Mario, can you tell him I want him? Mario, will you Maximus?
Chat, when I zoom in, it looks like the nighttime quality of this camera is better than the other one. That does not look as noisy as the other one.
I have another one, but it also it has HDMI problems.
Right?
So it would be nice to have two.
It is crazy how much better this camera software is than the other one.
So if you can let him know We have some interested buyers.
It's crazy
Someone
because you can
saying
zoom in like
he has 2 of these cameras
right
to show.
here and it's clear. The other camera wasn't like that.
Texas Time Network. I took some pics when I was at Beat Dubs
That's crazy.
a couple weekends ago. Does that count as outside?
Let's see if we can zoom in on somebody in the crowd.
So Texas Time Network, what do you stream? If you don't stream like IRL, do you stream like games?
See, the other one wouldn't do that.
What type of streams do you do? Cram it. Do you know how many Shook has gone through? Probably 50. I don't know. I know Shook has went through a ton of those.
Sorry.
cameras.
I was checking out the zoom, chat. Sorry, my bad. Checking out the zoom. Making sure it worked
Taking
right.
over for murder tonight. Whammy wham wazzle. Taking over for murder.
Let's see. Watch, I
Murder
can.
is the king of racetrack streams.
Hey,
So,
she got a Mike
I
Murillo.
would be like the if he's the king, I'm like the court jester. So yeah.
This looks like the guy from.
Murder.
I wish I can't remember the name of the movie.
Does also stream racing content at the Hood Track by Dallas. So
This camera's so much better.
Texas Hula has subscribed for 7 freaking months. New photo disc. Good to see you at Relic.
Texas Hula, all the Texas streamers coming through tonight. Texas Hula, y'all go show Texas Hula some love as well. Thank you so much for the resub, Texas Hula. I hope you're having a good night. Hope everything is going amazing for you. Thank you for coming through. Minus the potty mouse on the potty mouth. Minus the potty mouth on murder. Okay. I was like, what's a potty mouse? Is that like a
Potty mouth
a
Donna.
mouse that hangs out in like the porta potties? Love Shane and Jackie. Shane and Jackie are beast. I do a small morning show. We just chat and
No idea. There's 100
as
people
we
looking
start
at
the
her.
day. No real
Chewing
main
that
topic, just whatever
nachos.
chat leads. So kind of like a morning talk show. Nice. Living the dream.
She has
That's
no
all you
idea.
can do is live the dream.
These nachos are so good. Just enjoying them by myself. Nobody's looking at me. Just hanging out, enjoying some nachos. Over here by myself.
ISD Pog Sexy.
Nobody sees me eating them.
All by myself.
Just 130 people watching her eat those nachos.
My.
I wish you were the nachos.
So you have a stream kind of like Mr. Mayor. He hangs out and talks to chat sometimes.
So crazy.
The other day I was watching him. He was playing.
That's nacho cheese.
On the stream.
I'm just amazed that, okay, this camera, well, the other one, if you go to buy the other camera I was using as a backup, it's actually more expensive than this one. And all it is software. Just this little focus box in the middle
That's
makes
the view you're getting.
all the difference in the world.
Y'all ever
as far
wonder
as
what
zooming
everybody
in.
else sees on
See, I
TikTok
can-
stream? This is what you see. The back of his head and a backpack.
Look at that.
He's zoomed in. Looking like TMZ up here. Looking like TMZ up in here. Zoomed in, he can probably count how many nose hairs that guy
Yeah,
has right there.
that's what we're looking at.
You should walk over to the white car. Walk over to the white car.
This is Jeff. This is Relic. He live streams on Twitch too. He's been doing it a lot longer now. Fun to watch. See this thing right here is awesome. Perfect for walking
It's not
around.
the size that matters.
Yeah, right.
It's not the size that matters.
When he walked up, I was like,
All I need to learn how to do is how you snip off of the stream, like you snip those things.
Yeah.
need to learn how to
I
do
need
that.
to make a video on it.
Yeah, you were going to it one time and never did do it. Because like us internet dumb people, I'm like, I want to get those.
Yeah, exactly. Little clips. But when he walked up, I was like, I'm surprised how small that is. And I was like, the camera.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I hear that a lot.
So he, I don't know if his dad's driving or not, but his son built the car. The owner is 71 years old.
That's the car.
Okay, that's his dad over here.
Okay.
In the camo. But normally he drives it, but somebody else is testing it tonight.
That car is crazy. wow.
Corvette.
That is. Man, that's some money right there. That's money, dude. Turn right. It's in the right lane. Okay, this white car definitely shows about size not mattering. Lee Ford, we are at the Houston Motorsports Park.
That's so cool to have Relic here, chat. I watch him all the time. To meet him in person is really cool. Yeah, his dad's not driving it tonight. He's testing. Ooh, I got a little scary. Just a little scary, chat. Hey, the bad thing, Relic, is when you set the camera down on it, it gets stuck on it. Yeah.
Stuck to the floor. The floors in my house feel like
Hey, what's up, Sick?
almost right now. It's good.
Yeah, he got sideways pretty quick. I was glad he let out of it. What y'all think about the underglow, chat?
Sometimes has tickle fits. What does that mean?
Right lane. He should have probably added more underglow bubblegum because he needed it to beat that. This car over here is loud. Whatever music he's playing. Nice pass. Woo! Dang. Do we have the joint stream up? Did he accept it? So both streams are up, chat? Oh, right lane spraying. Ah, there you go. Very cool. Woo! That's the difference in nitrous and no nitrous. So Chad, I need your help. If we're focusing on something and it's focusing fast and unfocusing, let me know. Because I can change that setting to where it doesn't focus so fast. Twitch.tv Relic right here, chat. This is Relic, the man himself. RELLIK on Twitch. Oh, really? He needs to message me. Yeah. You gonna message me? Oh, okay. Oh, definitely. I have backup everything, man. Just, I don't want to show up to like a big event and something not work. Camera or cable. Yeah, I don't know what happened a couple of years from now. They better get a replacement pretty quick. What's that other camera? What's it? A Zoom or something like that? There's another camera that was trying to take over for a while.
Yeah, I know people that tested a lot of cameras and they always come back to these.
If GoPro would look good at night, it would take over, but
Yeah.
nighttime looks terrible, man. There's been a lot of times I'll have a GoPro inside of a car, and it's all, I don't know, pixelated, different color, puzzle, it's terrible.
Yeah. I saw one guy in California does window tinting.
Yeah.
He uses a wireless GoPro and he doesn't have to use a backpack. You have to be in a controlled environment to do
Yeah.
that. That's the only person I've seen have a lot of success with a GoPro. Sombreeze, how you doing? Maximus 666 up in here.
Why'd you do that command, Rick? Was it messing up?
Mario Terras. Can we get some Mario Terras?
Douchebag's going to bed? No way,
Mario,
douchebag's
I might
going to
pop up in
bed.
Miami in a few weeks from now. You never know, Mario. What's the weather like in Miami in December, Mario? Can you give me a? Can you give
All right,
me a weather
douchebag. We'll be
prediction
live
for
early
Miami?
tomorrow, brother. Get you a good night's rest. We'll be at Hell of the Dale. It's like an hour and 45 minutes away from the house, but be lots of fast cars tomorrow. Lots of grudge racing. Be a good event tomorrow, brother. Early too. Oh, bar time. Hey, cheers, brother. Jay Smooth.
Last time I didn't really get to explore Miami a lot. Well, y'all remember when I was in Florida?
Hey,
I was
Jay
in,
Smooth, if you gift
I was in,
If you gift a tier 3 sub, you can hear Island Boy. What the? I finally got my. I finally got my.
Going to Hell at the Dale tomorrow?
Oh yeah, you doing the OG thing?
No, man, I'm a slow G.
I like hot.
You're not doing the. You're not gonna go on the. I don't know what OG thing means. I don't know what
It
that
means
means.
you're an original gangster.
Well, I know that, but I'm talking about the race.
That's what that means. They're gangsters. They fast.
So they're gonna get out and do like crypt and blood signs or what?
They might throw some tango.
I didn't know if there was if it's index bike racing or not.
I think I have just OG.
Uh,
It's gonna be some badass cars. I know that.
oh yeah, Hell at the Dale's always good. I hope that they trim down all the testing to get the racing out of the way, and then because it's supposed to get down to like 45 degrees.
I'm an island boy.
Hey, there it is,
I'm a
Rick.
good island boy. I'm a good island boy. I'm a good key white boy. You gonna keep that key white boy.
This is a
Yeah.
test. This is a test.
Almost a 580.
You gotta bait them, Rick. You gotta get them to tier 3 sub.
Welcome back. Thank you so much. It's so nice to be back.
I'm gonna I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the. I'll be right back, really.
All right.
You want a water?
No, I'm good.
You good?
Man, I done burnt the shit out. Look at these, man.
Hey.
From doing all them fancy burnouts.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised you did that big a burnout when it was just a solo pass.
Well, because that tire, man, that's not that shingle. You gotta heat this thing up.
I mean, regardless, you would still do it anyway. And it's nice to have this camera back, chat.
What? Did we just become best friends?
I want to go see what's making all this noise. Hey, Big Chief with a gifted sub. I put glasses on him. I don't know why they're purple though. They were like chrome glasses before, but as soon as I put them on the car, they turned purple. I don't know. A good one for tier 2. I like meme. Hey, there you go, Rick.
Hey, I'm a just island boy. I'm a just island boy.
I'm a just island boy.
You're gonna keep that. You're gonna keep that.
Raji, gifted sub.
What? We just become best friends. Yep, we just become best friends.
Jay Smooth, 100 bits. Thank you, Raji.
J Smooth 716 cheered. X100.
So you got 2 different.
Yeah,
So this Corolla right here, Chad, he's actually spraying. Right here. He's actually on nitrous. Hey, what's up, Cookie? Hey, there's an emote in the chat now, Cookie, for Honda. Got a Eclipse over here. I feel like the night is better too on this camera than what it was before. Yeah, I put some different emotes. Cars, Ford, Chevy, Mopar, Honda, and Rotary. Twitch. You do? Yeah.
You recorded my boy last week with his Mustang. You're like, oh, he got NOS though.
Oh.
He just fixed his shit. Now he got it.
Oh, you're fine.
He got it running now better, somewhat better, I want to say. But
yeah, Friday nights usually take a little while for everybody to get here. Everybody's been at work and stuff.
I know they put me up against that Hellcat my first race. That was my first race in there, and they put me up against that Hellcat. Like, you knew I wasn't going to win.
What the fuck did you do that to me?
The dude's like, you're going to do a burnout? It's like, I'm all-wheel drive, I can't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no switch in this motherfucker.
Look, we got brand new tires on there. That's good. Yeah, I always wanted like the different car manufacturers as emotes. I'm trying to see who else is here, chat.
Please don't let the invisible fire burn
Hey,
Jump Street cheered. X500. X500.
500. Thank you for the 500 bits, Jump Street. Let's go. You think so, 13 Brew? I doubt it. Hey. Best place to be, ain't it? H-Town? I doubt it. I mean, I'm not making money off of the emotes. I don't know. I mean, I'll leave them up until they say something. They probably like the advertisement, to be honest with you. Man, this Camaro over here looks sexy. Look at the front of this Camaro right here. That looks sick. Yeah, this camera is definitely better at night than the other one that I broke. What's up, guys? Yeah, there's not as much noise on this camera as the other one. Oh. And I don't think I've seen a Corvette this color right here. It's like a dull orange. It's not very bright. The least thing they'll do is just tell me to take them down. I was gonna do the rotary emote. I can still change it too. I was gonna do the rotary emote and put 13 brew in the middle of it. I just ran out of time. Put like the little rotary emote, put 13 brew in the middle of it. Hey, does anybody in the chat drink wine? Anybody in the chat drink wine? I'm thinking about doing a giveaway. When I got my new camera in the mail, they gave me a $100 gift certificate to buy wine. And I don't drink wine. So I was thinking about doing like a giveaway. It's a $100. What was the website? What was the website, Rick? That I told you? It was something wine.
What? Did we just become
Your
best
wife
friends?
does?
Yep. What? Did we just become best friends?
Hey, 2-month resub music. Thank you, brother. Or Raji, gifted sub. Thank you, Raji. Man, look like the motor's missing, the engine's missing out of this thing. Can't see it that well in the dark. Yeah, like I say, I just kind of threw them together right before I left. Just trying to fill the emote spot. I actually added like a white shadow to the rotary emote. I think I still have 2 or 3 emotes left. To get another emote, it's like 700 subs we have to get to, which is crazy. I am 12 and never had it. Yeah, I've never been a big wine drinker. I just have they sent me like a $100 gift certificate for wine. If you find a better picture of a rotary 13 brew, like an emblem, send it to me on Discord. Hey, Misconfig, we've been looking for you. Where'd he go? Relic is here. We've been looking for you. We talked Relic into coming out. So Relic's around here somewhere. Golly, I don't know what we're listening to. Let me see if I can find him. He's walking around here somewhere. Where is he, Chad? I know you got the multi-stream up. I don't know what his chat name is, Raji. I always see him in Discord, but I don't know what his chat name is. So chat, while we got 135 people in here, it's just a thing in dark mode, no dark mode, inverted logo. Yeah, like I say, 13 Brew, if you find a good rotary that represents your rotary gang, nice, just DM it to me on Discord and I'll take the background off of it. What's up, buddy?
Alright.
Doing good, how you doing?
Kind of slow out here.
Well, it's Friday. It normally picks up like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Around 10 o'clock, it's packed.
Oh, yeah.
The staging lanes are all the way through the...
Yeah, been getting any good videos lately?
Oh yeah, we're live right now. As I'm live, it's recording. Tomorrow we'll be at Hell in the Dale. You have the live stream link, right? No. You know where to find? You don't know where to find it?
I can't find shit on my computer. You got a live stream?
Yeah, we're live right now. But tomorrow we'll be at Hell at the Dale, which is a big event.
Oh, Evadale.
Yeah.
They got something
That
else?
the top one.
They got something else here?
Yeah, it's called Hell at the Dale. The small tire choice hit list is like a 490 cap, 580, 7.0, and a bunch of grudge races. But I'm gonna try to start between 2 and 3 tomorrow.
Yeah. What time's it open up there?
The gates open at 10, so when I leave here, I'm gonna go home and take a nap, and then drive out to Evadale around 8. What's up, boss? Twitch. It's right here. There you go. Tickle Fits. It's right here. See? It's a funny name, but nobody forget it. If Tickle was available everywhere, I'd stay with Tickle, but there it is. Cool. Definitely. Thank you. Good to see you. Make sure to make you an account, and then you can watch tomorrow night from home, Evadale, if you don't make it out. You'll like it. There you go. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Oh, it's fun. What's up? Yeah, just don't tell the track owners that. Yeah. Thank you, buddy.
Usually lasts about 5 o'clock.
Yeah, they originally the gates were supposed to open at noon, but they moved it to 10 because it's supposed to be like 45 degrees at night. So they're trying to get the racing in before the dew sets in. So think about the shoot, the socks, chat. Iron your socks. I do. Hey, I'm all for being warm, and
I said this morning, pick a finger. Either I drove the black truck or the green one. He picked green, so
there it is.
I drove the green Corvette.
Oh, very cool. You gonna make a pass?
Yeah.
And you're driving?
I drive the Dodge.
But you're not gonna drive the vet?
You don't let me drive the Dodge.
Oh, you don't let you drive?
It's in my name, but I don't drive.
Dang, make him sleep on the couch.
Ah, you already know this.
She said he won't let it. She won't let him her drive the Corvette. I said, well, make him sleep on the couch. What's up, Rick? I haven't seen her Dorito yet. Nope. Sure haven't. Making funny faces at her. I thought she'd laugh. Hey! Hey, why you gotta scare me at the starting line, man? You got any locked in races tomorrow? They held the deal? You're going though, right? Ow.
You all right?
Yeah. Hey. Oh, Nightbite got you, Cookie. Hey, misconfig. Here's Relic right here. Relic, right in front of us. Hey, you can go.
Yeah.
You can go all the way up, like right where the fence ends. But that cone right there is the light that triggers it, so
Okay.
they leave. So.
Okay. Yeah, I was on a Be Right Back stream for like 5 minutes.
Oh, were you?
I was talking to him the whole time and never knew I was on a Be Right Back.
Oh my God. If it gets down to like 45 degrees, then the glue on the track, it doesn't like it. So anything below 45, supposedly, it's not good for racing. Or dew. So if there's dew, that's really bad. Zygote! Thank you, Zygote. Yeah, we wouldn't be racing where you are, Verminator. Not at 30. That's why you need to move to Texas so you can race year round. Thank you, Zygote. I appreciate it, brother. Trying to back him up, Chad. The flame losing all kinds of parts here, chat. Saw that?
Something flew off.
They're picking it up, yeah.
Okay, I was like, something flew off.
There's a lot of stuff with the zoom that I catch that they don't even catch.
Yeah.
But they saw that.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, he was gone. That thing freaking took off. It took off.
You smell that?
Like a
Smells
bullet.
good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was getting high when they were blowing.
You're getting high.
I was like, whoa, I'm feeling a little woozy right now. It's gonna be interesting.
What's up, Ryan? How's it going, buddy?
What's up, SOB? How you doing? The panties flew off. That's what I think happened.
Panties flew off.
They landed in the front seat of my
Gentleman you hear behind me is twitch.tv Relic, RELLIK. Good friend of mine. Funny. If you click the dual stream at the bottom, you can see his point of view and mine.
Yeah, I gotta stay off of this.
Make sure you follow my buddy Relic. There it is, Kyle. Where's Cookie at the Civic coming up behind the Mustang? Where'd Misconfig go? Hey, Rick, are you going to be at... Are y'all going to Hell at the Dell tomorrow, Rick? Woo-wee. Dang, you got a princess over there in the passenger seat. You gotta work. No burnout needed for the Civic. What's up, Con? Hey, little 4-cylinder just beat the 8-cylinder. Got a Mazda right here, chat.
It's great content. No problem.
And another Civic. Hey, Rick, is the orange car going though? Is the orange Camaro going? What's up, Memphis? Hope you're having a good Friday, my friend. Oh, it needs a motor? Dang. I still can't believe how clear this camera is compared to the other one. Right lane was fast, just not that fast. No, I didn't get a new setup. I just, my other camera where the tripod screws into it, it got stripped out. So, Best Buy didn't fix it. They just sent me a new camera. I had to pay $250 for it, but for a new warranty. And Tucker got gap. Here comes two bikes. Chris in the left lane versus a stretched out bike in the right. think, Chet? Think Chris is going to beat the bike in the right that's all stretched? Look at the bike over here. Look. I don't see a bottle on it though. With the gap. Chris with the gap. Here comes the Toyota Corolla on nitrous. On nitrous, chat. Yes, indeed. No burnout needed. What shot of nitrous he's running in that. Hey, here comes Misconfig here in her Ford Focus versus a Volvo and the Volkswagen in the right. Misconfig lost. She lost. Camaro in the left, Eclipse in the right. That's an Eclipse, right? I think so. The plane. So did the gears. It is so nice to be able to zoom into something and to be in focus. Holy cow. I can't stand the sound of a V6 truck. Oh, is he, Rick? He's out here? JR's out here? Yeah, we got it back, Misconfig. Yeah, it's a new one. Like the left lane had him. Is this a drone? Ooh, I'm telling. Oh, Mario Taras. What's up, Mario Taras? Yeah, because to fix the screw where the camera tripod goes into it, you have to basically take the whole camera apart, all the body, all the guts out of it and everything, just to replace the little screw. So Best Buy was like, we'll just do an exchange and get you a new camera. But hold on. But when I did the exchange, oh my Lord, I can't talk. When I did the exchange, it absorbed the warranty. So for another 4-year warranty, it was like 220 bucks. But it's a 4-year warranty, so I can drop this camera on the ground, they'll give me a new one. Love playing, that Mustang gapped that Dodge. Hey, Verminator, gifted sub to Rick. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't like paying $240 for a new camera, but it's better than spending $200. I mean, hold on. It's better than spending $2,200 for a new one. So I just paid the $220 and moved on. Yeah, exactly, Memphis. Yep. In 3.5 years, I will throw this camera on the ground and get an upgrade. Just throw it on the ground.
Miss Murder, how you doing?
I don't want to tell him that, Michelle, then he might leave. We want him here as long as possible. Man, left lane has not been drove that hard in a while. If I tell him that, Michelle, will he leave? What's up, Zach? Michelle, if I tell him that, will he leave?
I just saw that car right here.
Best Buy is not, yeah, exactly. I think it's a V6. That's a disgrace. Turn your Ford badge back into the starting line. You got beat that bad by a V6 or Camaro, you're done. Yeah, you're done. Dang, okay. It's a lot of noise to not take off. So why does this one sound so much different, chat? Where's Cookie at? Why does this Civic sound so much deeper? Left lane broke. Left lane broke. Oh, there's Cookie. Why did it sound so much different? NA versus turbo or what? Look at his hair, chat. Look at his hair. Well, that's crazy. It's like Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, look at this. Got the cheap seats back here, chat, behind the fence.
The hamster
The V6 swap car. Maxima? Bro, I haven't seen a Maxima in a long time. That Ford truck just got beat by a Maxima. F-150 in the right, Coyote versus a Mustang. So
we're heading now.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Bro,
man.
it's good to see you,
Nice
man.
hanging out with you. Hopefully I can make it back again. When I have more time.
Yeah, exactly.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, Relic! Relic!
Bye, everybody.
He said
Go
bye,
follow
chat.
Tickle Fits. Tickle
Go
Fits.
follow Relic.
Tickle Fits.
Relic! Relic! Yeah, chat, make sure you go follow Relic. Link in the chat. Any questions I've ever had being a new streamer, he was delighted to help me. He's a lot bigger than I am, and he did not hesitate to help. Yeah, Misconfig, we talked him into coming out. I guess you could say Big Chief. Big Chief had a big thing on that too. Of really coming out. He donated 20 subs to him and $20. It was cool though when Rick, stop that. I can't talk. Shut up. When Big Chief donated $20 to Relic, it showed up as my name. So I was like, yep, that was me. Yep. Car so loud. Holy cow. I'm glad I got my new camera in before we went to hell at the deal so I can practice on zooming. Because I feel like I'm moving it around a lot. EcoBoost. Here in the left lane, EcoBoost versus a Gen 2 Coyote in the right. Turbo or Gen 1. Hey, Relic! EcoBoost just beat the V8. Relic coming in with the host. 195 beautiful people. Anybody that doesn't know who I am, my name is Ticklefits. We live stream drag racing every weekend. Thank you, Relic. Appreciate you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Truck just beat the Camaro. Thank you so much, Relic. Look forward to seeing you again. Show them what my face looks like. It's just a goofy face. About it. Just an old man with more gray hairs in his nose than on top of his head. Mustang sounds good. Thank you, Dell, for the 1 bit. When I went for the little behind the scenes thing at Sawblade, I was in the parking lot trying to, hold on. I was in the parking lot trying to get all the white nose hairs out of my nose. I got more in my nose than I do on top of my head. I was like, I hope this show up on camera. Hey Manly, did you see that post I tagged you in on Facebook? The Mustang they're doing the part out to?
_select X100. Let's go, D.
Hey, Cross!
Let's go, D.
Cross, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, Friday nights at HMP are almost like bracket racing. They send them so fast. Like pass, 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 pass. You don't have time to breathe. You're looking at his taillights. Next time he goes grocery shopping, he's gonna stop by the garage. Hey, he's got a handlebar mustache. Yeah, he does a lot of part outs, Manly. The guy's Facebook. Make sure you follow, like, you can follow his page without sending him a friend request. But I think he works at like a junkyard. He does a lot of part outs. Is it a Stingray? I'm seeing the emblems on it though. Hey, what's up, Max? How's it going, Maxine? Hope you're having a good Friday, Maxine. Hope you have a good weekend. Hope you didn't work too hard this week.
Did we just become best friends? Yep. Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Hey, Miskin Fig with the gifted sub to Cross. This dude's got every window down. Not just one, all of them. Just smells up here like burnt clutch, chat. Oklahoma City drag. I grew up with the dad that raced. I have yet to make it to Oklahoma yet. Next year we're going to travel a lot more. Next year we'll see a bunch of different tracks for sure. Comes Reggie. I need to get Verminator this sticker right here. That sticker right there. Verminator, that's your sticker. Where you at, Verminator? There you go, buddy. That's your sticker there. Oh, left lane, barely. Holy cow, I'm trying to get used to this camera. That's all my days. Hey, I appreciate it, Big Block. It's a cool name for drag racing too, Big Block. Mario Terres, like Relic says. Mario Terres. That drone is still flying over the track. See it right here? The drone. Probably next year, because Saw Blade Racing over here, the bottom left of the stream, that little watermark, they actually sponsor a dirt track car. So I'm hoping next year we get to go see some dirt track racing since they sponsor a car. Yeah. What's up, Function? Yeah, at this track there is, yep. There is a small asphalt circle track here. There's a lot of big things in store next year. I'm excited for it. The more support we get on the live stream, the more we can travel. Road racing? I was out of work. Oh, let's see. Dang, light heart attacks, major surgery. Doctor stopped me from working for a while. Hey, I'm glad you're. Hopefully, you're doing better. I don't know what's happening here, Jed. Both cars have problems. Somebody said, let me see. Travel to where? Just the different tracks. It's cool to see all the different tracks. The month of October, I think we were out of town for every weekend. Right here, if y'all click that link, get some traction to that website, that helps us travel even more to let them know that our live stream is making a difference to their website. As y'all know, gas prices are really expensive right now. Hey, Verminator, they got you a sticker. Left lane might have got him if he didn't spin all the way down. You're none of that. Hey, don't hit me now. They are not playing. They're sending these cars and trucks faster than I have time to say anything. I don't even have time to talk to chat. Have time to think, chat. I do see the drone. The drone's just chilling right here. See it right here, hiding behind the sign. You can see the reflection on the track, the blue or purple. Aliens watching me. Got Thanksgiving dinner coming up for 30. Oh, that's awesome, Maxine. This time of year is lonely for a bunch of people. V6 Camaro. You drunk, Jess? Hey, it's all good. We're all in here to have a good time. That's what it's all about. Come in here on the weekends and forget about the real world. Have a good time and make fun of people in chat. That's what it's all about, brother. You will not be judged in here. That is for sure. Ooh, right lane spraying. Will it be enough for the F-150? Bro, the left lane lost and hitting him with the hazards. How are you gonna red light? How are you gonna red light and hit him with the hazard? Dang. It's a heck of a burnout for such a quiet car. Oh, and what is left lane doing? It's a heck of a burnout for a V6 Mustang. Big old burnout and he lost. .50 in the right. Right lane with the gap. Oh my God, there's actually downtime between the passes. I can't stand the pass. Like no time to talk whatsoever. Sometimes, because I'd really like to know what this Tundra is going to run against this Trans Am in the right lane. Barely got him. Right lane barely got him. Here comes the Mustang with the run on the tail lights. Run. First time for everything. Tail light said run, run. Got a Civic in the right. Civic with the gap. Is that a fire? Or a burnout? Right lane. Oh, it went out, so it wasn't a fire. So he's doing a burnout in the staging lanes. Okay. Oh, Mazda here in the left. Where's Relic at? Maybe at his car? I think he was leaving. Corvette in the right, Mustang in the left. Right lane got a little squirrely. I thought the Mustang was going to catch him. GMC in the right, Chevy in the left. Come out to Oklahoma. Hi. I definitely want to hit an Oklahoma City track next year. The reason why we stopped, they got the red lights flashing right here. He's walking out there, so we got a minute. Finally, some time to take a breath. Walking all the way out there. Just get the golf cart, bro. Holy cow. It's the winning lotto ticket. Now we gotta wait for him to walk back up. Oh, here he goes. Tires are nice and cold. Now this should get interesting right here, chat. Left lane was lowered and everything is still lost. A single cab. Is it a solo shot? Yeah, it's a solo shot. Nice pass by himself. Little Ford on, I think this is a Raptor. Oh, no. Just a V6 F-150 versus a 4x4 F-150 in the right.
That's the first time he's ever done.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah. Bad.
I cannot stand the sound of a V6 truck. I cannot stand it. Can't stand it, chat. I wish they wouldn't make sports cars and 4-cylinder and V6. Or a truck and a V6. Like, why they ever made the Ford Raptor a V6 turbo, I'll never understand. Mario Terrace. Dodge finally got the win. Dodge finally got him. It's a Hellcat on the left, Camaro on the right. Right lane got pretty squirt. What is this, chat? Is this a Mini Cooper? versus a Hyundai? What is happening? The left lane got him. What is happening? What was that? Hey, here you go, Cookie. Comes the Civic. See how deep that sounds compared to the other Civics? V8 Camaro in the right, Civic in the left. Who you got, chat? No, it's not lampshade. Mustang in the right, Coyote up on 50 in the left. Hey, the sad thing about it, Chad, is the left lane was on the back tire before he left. If he would have lined up right, he would have lost. Like real bad. Ford versus Chevy. That was like watching paint dry for a second. Yeah, tomorrow's a big event. Tomorrow's Hell at the Dale. Lots of grudge racing, small tire. Anybody that watches the stream all the time knows White Chocolate. White Chocolate will be running small tire tomorrow. Stop playing. So we'll see tomorrow, Chad, if White Chocolate can win small tire like he always does on the stream. Flacco will be there. Right lane, that Chevy just beat that Toyota. Mustang in the right. Corvette in the left. Yeah, we haven't. Verminator, nope. Probably working a lot. Well, y'all got Mustang in the right, Corvette in the left. Tomorrow in Dallas is a 275 race. Tomorrow in Dallas. XRP. EcoBoost Mustang lost. But comparing the two events, hold on. Comparing the two events, Hell at the Dale, where I'll be tomorrow night, is a lot bigger of an event than the one that's in Dallas. Lord, they're sending these cars so fast I don't have time to breathe. I don't like it. I like it more of a slow paced to where a car does a pass. You have a little bit of time, but they're just sending it. No time for anything. I don't like that at all. As far as on my side as a content creator. Like, that's my biggest complaint about bracket racing. Going out to those events is they make so many passes back to back, you don't have time to do anything. Because by the time the car gets through the finish line and you call out the times, the next pair is behind it doing a burnout. So there's like no talking at all. Trying to figure out what smoke was, because I don't think it was a burnout or a one-wheel peel. Like that. The car wasn't even finished crossing the finish line. The other one's doing a burnout. Sweat? That's how you say your name? What is it? Sweat Z968? I don't know why they do that. Because the track still makes the same amount of money whether they make 100 passes or 5. I appreciate it, Jess. Honda gets the win. This is a nice F-150 here. This red. Yeah, it gives the customers more value, but like I said, the track owner still makes the same amount of money. I'm just voicing my complaint as a live streamer doing it. As a live streamer, it's just too fast. You don't have time to think. Yeah, you don't have to pick either one of us. Just enjoy the fact that we have live drag racing on Twitch. Other than gaming. Which is cool. I chose Twitch because it's global. There's more kids to get involved in drag racing on Twitch. Tell them the demand to slow down. Crowd is really picking up. Behind me right here. Picking up slowly but surely. Yeah, I wish there was more drag racing streamers on Twitch. The more the merrier. Let's take over Twitch. I'm not sure what's going on with Reggie's car. He's the one that's got the booby sticker on the back.
What? We just become best friends. You know what? We just become
Hey, no. Thank you, no. 6-month resub. Thank you, Sweat. Appreciate it, brother. I did drifting, yeah. I did some live streaming from the drifting. And it was okay. Before I go to another drifting event, though, I'll definitely make sure that I get some drivers' names so we can live stream some ride-alongs. What's up, Rapid? Is that a bug? No. That's a Mini Cooper. Convertible. Left lane. Yeah, here's a Mini Cooper. Gonna race the V6 Camaro. Who y'all got, chat? V6 Camaro or Mini Cooper? V6 Camaro, Mini Cooper. V6 Camaro. Camaro in the right lane, Corvette in the left. Corvette Camaro. Oh, Camaro went around him. Camaro went around him, Chad. Step side in the right. Step side in the left. Oh, he's spraying too. Right here, the red truck. The hazards for the left lane. Left lane hit him with the hazards, chat. Got an Explorer in the right. Older Chevy here in the left. Look how heavy the air is. See how heavy it is, the air. Burnout smoke just sitting there. The plane barely got the Explorer. Barely, barely. Dodge in the right, two-door in the left. I think Tyler Lohman's back in the lanes. Nitrous Mustang. Did he brake? Solo, okay. The car will be much faster if he gets that launch down. He just barely crawled out. Barely, barely. Where's Cookie at? Here comes the Civic. Y'all hear how loud the radio is behind me? Oh, Civic on Civic. Dang. I don't know if I can hear the bass over the stream. I might go with the right lane. Right lane's like a fire-breathing dragon. Left lane. Right lane making all that noise and still lost. Still lost, chat. No, it's somebody's secret, somebody's truck. And I don't even know what kind of music that is. Somebody's truck. We walked over there earlier. Somebody's truck over parked like right by the track. Yeah, exactly, Kyle. It's terrible EDM music. The only person that thinks that sounds good is the owner of that truck. He's over there jamming out. The owner of the truck's over there jamming out. He thinks like, man, this sounds so good. I'm so glad I spent all this money on my car stereo. Everybody else is like, bro, this sounds terrible. That's a gap. Corvette, convertible on the right, solo shot. I guess the guy that is playing the music, pulls up into the track and thinks everybody else wants to listen to that. I mean, I like house music and everything, but his choice of that music is terrible. Like if you're gonna play house or rave music or anything like that, or at least make sure it sounds good. I feel like it would sound better if we could hear the bass. The bass sounds really delayed. I don't know, it sounds like a TikTok video, like stuck on repeat, is what it sounds like. Like, you know, you're on TikTok and you're trying to read the comments on a funny video and the music just keeps playing back and forth. That's what it sounds like. Dude, that is a big back window. Look at that. When did they start doing that? Look how big the back window is. Does that open? Going to bed, Verminator? Be back live tomorrow early, Verminator. Right lane red lit. Got a Tahoe or Suburban in the right. Got a Tahoe or Suburban. Hey, Tahoe just got him too. After Chris, I'm gonna walk the pits. Because we're seeing the same. After Chris, I want to walk the pits because we're seeing the same cars over and over again, and gotta mix up the content. What's up, Jason? Race the truck? Surely he's not going to race the truck. Should be a solo shot for Chris here. The pits just to mix it up a little bit. Because it's the same cars over. Just gonna walk the pits, chat. Uh-oh. Coming for you, chat. Hyundai police car? What? Gotta be security, right? Driving a Hyundai. Mini Cooper. A Mini Cooper. Wonder how much that thing weighs. Trying to cut in front of the camera. I've never seen you before, bro. Why are you doing that? Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Police patrol on a Hyundai? See if I can get Chris to hold the camera real quick if I go to the bathroom. So yeah, I can talk to Chris. Let me ask him. Almost 7 months. You want to hold the camera over there real quick?
Were you going to take a leak?
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting a break from the starting line because they just keep going and going and going.
Oh, the last one. 592.
What's your best pass yet?
587.
Here?
No. These are the best ones. 592 and 591.
All right.
But up in Dallas, I ran 587. That's the one that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was a fast one.
Yeah, I was telling chat they were sending the car so fast I don't even have time to talk.
Man, the truck came up while I was in the stand.
I know.
I was like, what the hell, man?
I know.
I raced them, but...
Hey, chat.
Chat.
You want to talk? I'm gonna.
Christopher.
I'm gonna set her down. They can hear you real good. So here's what it is. Directional microphone, so it's facing back. So they can hear you real good.
Oh, yeah?
So I mean, you can whisper whatever you want to do. Chad, if you want to talk to Chris, he's right there.
So I can't say nothing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you go to church anyway.
I
Why
wouldn't
would you
do
say?
that. I'll just to make you have to edit.
No, because it's live. It's recording as it's live. See people
Lord.
saying hi.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, I don't know how he just comes up with stuff to talk about like the whole time. I would be like, man, he does an excellent job. Don't y'all think he does an excellent job? Ever since I met Joshua, I was like, man, this guy here, man, he's cool. How y'all doing? Memphis in the house. Hi, Chris. Say what you want. They'll run me up out of here. My boy, they probably take his camera equipment if I start talking like that. Pretty puppy. Hey, yeah. Hey, so I have bullies. Right now I'm investing in female bullies, and we're gonna have some really, really nice puppies starting in about probably 2 years. So if y'all need any bullies, to somebody that's not gonna scam you, I'm the man. A lot of my dogs I'll be posting on Facebook and stuff, so Joshua have access to them. Or y'all can reach out to me, Christopher Andrews. My last name is spelled Andrus. Terminator got me on his Facebook, so I don't know how many of y'all friends with him. But yeah, I think it's awesome Joshua has this thing. I appreciate y'all helping him to build his channel, because he works hard, man. He comes out I remember times when he was coming out here where he wasn't making any money, and he would just, oh, you can't see me? I didn't know you were supposed to see me. My bad. Well, I didn't put myself on camera. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, they can hear me. But anyway, so Joshua was, no, we got one person that came. See, I moved and I pulled Joshua's stuff down. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stay still. But anyway, yeah, Joshua, he was doing this when he wasn't even getting paid or nothing, man. And he would always be out here filming us and giving us pictures and all that stuff. So I definitely got love for him. Got a lot of love for him. So we got going on. We're gonna be at Hell at the Dale too. Tomorrow at Evadale Raceway. They have a lot. It's a really good event. We have a lot of fast cars. I'm not gonna be racing nothing. I'm just going out there to chill and build some relationships. I like meeting people. Never know who you're gonna meet. Look, this is one of my buddies right here. Yo, what's up, man? You gonna send it down the track or what? Yup.
I said, we'll have you a live streamer before you know it.
I don't know about all that. hey, maybe we could send one down the cockpit of my. If I could figure out how to use my GoPro, we could send one down the cockpit of my bike.
That'd be awesome.
And I'll talk to chat while I'm going down the track.
There you go. Flick them off. Yeah, I need a break. I'm gonna walk through here and see what's up. This is the same cars over and over again, really fast. Kind of annoying. You don't have time to even think. Look at this right here, chat. Look at this truck. Look at this. Holy cow. Oh, this thing is clean. Got shadows. This thing is clean. Look at this, Memphis. Trying to get my shadow out of the way. Look at that old dial, old radio. Old glove compartment. That is a lot of time. And money invested in that joker. That is so nice. I remember those dials there. To turn on the AC, you gotta slide the dial over. That is so nice. I like the rims too. Check out the rims, or wheels. That is so nice. Buy it for you. So nice. Look at this old Camaro here. I guess this is what RGB would look like back in the day. Oh, it's not flashing anymore. This Camaro looks like this one over here. Look. Yeah, see the lights flashing? Oh. I hear I hear some cars doing burnouts on the circle track. I want to give me some French fries. Whew. Yeah, I gotta be up early tomorrow. Leaving my house at 8 in the morning. Gates open at Evadale at 10. It's like an hour and 45-minute drive. Just gonna walk over here and see what's up. Yeah, Jason, I can hear him over on the circle track, making some laps. I just got tired of being at the starting line and the cars taking off and launching that fast, back to back to back to back. That was annoying. The same cars. Yeah, Cameron will be there, yeah. Oh, they've been selling food here, yeah. And French fries. Man, this camera's so nice compared to the other one.
Oh yeah, he is. What'll it be for your drink?
Thank you, thank you.
Any ketchup?
No, I'm good. I have to eat it with one hand. Yeah, I should be, Jason, if they have it here next year. I want to see who's here on this other side. Not many people over here. So basically what is happening is cars are making passes and then just getting right back in the lanes. Because there is a some Fridays we come out here and this whole lot is full of people, but it's pretty empty. This is the return road right here. So right here you make a pass. This is the starting line, you make a pass, come down that way, and then you come right down this way. I'm eating these French fries with one hand. One hand, one tongue. And then right in front of us, straight ahead is where you enter the gates. Nothing happened, Cameron. I'm just tired of being up there at the starting line And the car is making pass after pass after pass after pass. And I can't talk or anything. So I just went to get me some French fries and to hang out with chat. I'm really surprised it's not more crowded, being that Houston Raceway is closed tonight. Parking live stream. Chicken on a stick, yeah. I hope they have chicken on a stick tomorrow. That'd be awesome. That fried chicken on a stick is so good. Now, what happened, Cameron, is I was at the starting line, and it was almost like bracket racing, because a car would make a pass before they would make it to the finish line. The next car is doing a burnout. And then it just kept doing that for like a couple of hours. I was like, bro, I'm gonna walk the staging lanes just to take a break. It's just crazy. I was just surprised they were sending it that fast. It's just not fun as a content creator. You never had sausage on a stick? Man, that fried chicken on a stick. Snug, oh my lord, that was so good. Fried chicken on a stick, oh my lord, it was so tender, so good. Are we sure it's chicken? I hope it was chicken. Funny thing is, Kyle, I just messaged Rick too, right after you did that. Hey, Cupcake Jackie, thank you for the host. I need to walk over here to the circle track because I hear some cars doing burnouts. And they are really doing burnouts. Let's go see.
Did you catch that win? Did you catch that win when I did it?
Oh yeah. I did. I got it.
I want to see it.
Now, I haven't seen Barney. I have not seen Barney or any of those guys. The music is loud because there's some guy in a truck blasting it. Oh! Hold on. Dang, bro, you would be a Mustang, wouldn't you? Make me trade mine in tomorrow just because you're being stupid. Yeah, they're not doing anything now, but this is the circle track. To pick up my French fries. This is the circle track. The last short track that is open in Texas right here. It is asphalt. That's it. It's a nice little short track. The music that you hear is right here. He's waving me over there too. In the tan hat. He's trying to get me to come over there, but I don't want to come over there. Y'all can't hear the bass on the stream if you got headphones on? I don't know what he's fixing to do, chat. He's getting in the truck. He's waving at me. Let's see what he's about to do. Is he gonna burn out? I think he is. What's he gonna do? Why is he pulling up? I told you. And then he just backs back up. Yeah, Manly, he's gonna get sent back to the gulag, yep. Oh yeah. Look at the smoke. Holy cow. Forgot he wasn't at the hood track. Yeah, I was waiting for his tire to blow out. Man, it stinks too. Street tire, oh my Lord. It smells so bad. Rick said, I'm glad I don't know him. I've never seen him before either, Rick. That cost him 10 more catalytic converters at midnight. I was wondering why he's trying to wave me over there. Somebody's yelling at me through the bathroom. Holy cow, Chad. This is why you come to the track and you leave early or leave late. He wanted to be internet famous. Yeah, because when I was walking by him, he kept waving at me. Ah. Scariest words are, hey, look at this. That was really weird. He kept waving me over there. I'm trying to eat all these French fries. Yeah, it's the same cars. Back to back to back to back. Every time you say, watch this, you break a bone. They would be making full passes when I'm not over the circle track anymore. He was trying to get my attention until I pointed the camera at him, and then he was like, hey, what's up, guys? Holy crap. I guess something broke. The fire looks good. What's up, Chopper Derek? I got the hiccups. Tomorrow, chat, we got a big event. Hell at the Dale. Last time we went to Hell at the Dale. Hell at the Dale is the whole reason why I got streaming. I started streaming. I told Cameron, I was like, when I go to the Hell at the Dale, I want that to be my first live stream. Because there's lots of grudge racing. Small tire. I think there's a big tire shootout. A grudge race shootout. 580, 70. But it's a big event. I put 3 p.m. Central Time to start, but I might start earlier than that. I'm not sure. I just did 3 p.m. as a just as a pad. The gates open at 10. The track's hot at noon. So 3 p.m. is generous. I'm just trying to film like a track promotion. And Cameron's bringing his drone. It's like I guess it's like an ad for the track, right? To get people to come to Evadale. But that's the goal. Don't lie, it was when I met you. Evadale's the old, yeah. And then they turned it into a drag strip. And then the owner that turned it into a drag strip sold it. And then Gary has it now. But yeah, tomorrow, that's always a good event. That one time I went live from the phone at Evadale. I think that was the first time we hit like 330 viewers from the phone. But it's always a good event. You'll definitely see white chocolate out there tomorrow. We will definitely see if white chocolate will be beatable tomorrow. Let's see if Flacco can take him out. Yeah, Gary owns it now, yeah. Gary owns that and Pine Valley. He owns 2 tracks. Bellator. Hey, what's up, Austin? No, there's no crash. I don't know what happened. I just got tired of the cars making passes on passes on passes. The same cars. Not able to talk to chat. It was just very repetitive. So I was like, I'm just going to walk the pits and see what's going on. So that's where we are now, and I don't know what's going on the track. Yeah, exactly, Zygote, yep. Yeah, Cameron, I wonder if Flacco will beat white chocolate.
You catch that shit on camera?
What?
My
What
dad
happened?
blowing and blow out over there, old balls.
Oh, really?
That was my dad.
Just now?
Yeah.
No, I was walking the pits. You saw me.
I refuse to be on camera. Hold on, wait.
No, I was
Oh my
walking
God,
the
you
pits.
didn't see that?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh my God!
You get that axle flying out of there, dog?
Huh?
You get that axle flying out on that white truck?
No, just now?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I was walking the pits.
That's my father-in-law, man. Like, man.
Oh, what?
Somebody caught it and sent me a video, but it's not kick start off.
No, if I would have been up there, it would have been clear, because
Yeah,
I can
hell
I
yeah.
can zoom in like this. Look.
Yep.
Watch. I can zoom in.
Oh,
Well,
hell yeah.
the lights are bright right there, but I can zoom all the way in right here.
See that motherfucker picking his nose back there.
Right? So you can see what they're doing.
Yeah. Oh, you posting it live?
Oh yeah, we're live right now.
Nice, hell yeah, man.
My cards are in the car.
Yeah, cool. You have to fix on that green Corvette?
Well, not pictures, but I've been live the whole time. I just, yeah, oh yeah. Do you talk to chat when you're not streaming? What did Cameron say? Yeah, he said chat on the interview last weekend. Oh, I did? I didn't know I did that, Cameron. Yeah, I'm interested to see what that Saw Blade interview comes out. That'd be cool. What I really want to think about doing is revealing the video like live and watching it with y'all. I don't know how long it will be though. If it's like a 2-minute video, maybe not. But if it's longer than that, then we can watch it. Like I can go live from the desktop and we can watch it from there. But I think Cameron's parents and my dad and mom were like, who is chat? He keeps talking to chat. Who's that? Is that like somebody watching the streams next to him? Somebody he's talking to? Who is chat? Because he keeps talking about him. Is this a Raptor right here? It looks like a Raptor, maybe the Raptor front. I'm still mad at Ford for making that a V6. Yeah, so maybe I could do like, once the video comes out, I don't know, make it like a schedule and I don't know. I don't know what I have to do after. What's up? What's up? I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. But it'd be pretty cool to do like the video that Sawblade made, to watch it all for the first time, like from a desktop stream. That'd be really cool. So I may do that. And then after that, I don't know, maybe play some kind of games or something. But that'd be really cool. Because I'm really interested to see how the video comes out. Because it was all behind the scenes, like where my name came from, what got me started in this, what Sawblade means to me, sawblade.com. Cameron was there. It was fun to do. Yeah, Premiere, yeah. But yeah, I really wish that the Ford Raptor wasn't a V6. That's a lot of money for a truck to be a V6 turbo. Oh, his tire popped. What is that? Y'all heard the pop? It sounded like a tire pop. As long as he's way over there and away from my Mustang, I'm happy. Yeah, Rick, we came a long way very fast, didn't we? It's crazy. It is so crazy. I did not think we would be where we are at now when I started this adventure. My intentions that were in my head the first time I came out to the track was I just go out there and make some YouTube videos, maybe make a little bit of extra cash on YouTube and call it a day. And then my mom was like, you should try to go live. I was like, I don't really want to go live. I don't know if I could do it. And she was like, sure you can go live. It's definitely your personality. And then I just tried it, and it's a lot of fun. Like I'm a lot more talkative. And you can ask my dad, he's in the chat. I'm a lot more talkative when I start the live stream than I am at home. When I'm at home, I'm very much, I guess, stick to yourself kind of person. But when I start the live stream, I'm more outgoing like I used to be. So it's changed my life quite a bit. And it's really cool that my mom and dad watch the stream. It's brought like our family together. So I'm really excited to see what it turns into next year. Because it's been a fun ride. You guys have supported me since I started. Without y'all, we'd still be live streaming on the phone. And just having the streaming backpack is just such a huge difference. And also being able to travel. That is the biggest thing that you guys help make it a dream. Because I'm right there with you. Like, I don't know a whole lot about these cars. But just being able to travel and see all the different tracks, that's crazy. So next weekend, here's the thing with next weekend. I leave to go out of town to Las Vegas on Wednesday. I don't return till Monday. What I want to try to do is go live from Las Vegas, like from my phone or GoPro, and just hang out with the chat. Because I don't think I can't live stream the event because Flow Racing has it, but at least I can hang out with y'all in Las Vegas. Enjoy it as it goes. Don't look back. Yeah, exactly, Barry. That's what I'm doing, yep. I'm just enjoying the process. It's been so much fun, though, man. Like Cameron to tell you, going out to the track and live streaming or making videos can get pretty boring, right? Like, look at all this downtime right now. If I was just making a YouTube video, I'd just be standing up there waiting for the next pass. But as a live stream, you get to talk to the chat, entertain the chat, hang out, crack jokes, talk about different things. And then, not to mention all the cool people you meet when you're live streaming. People in chat, relationships you build. You like looking at the chat, watching everybody make fun of each other, laughing at each other. You just hate my camera makes you look fat. Thank you, Rando. Yeah, it'd be crazy to see where we're at this time next year. Be crazy, man. We gained almost 6,000 followers on Twitch in a year. Got partnered on Twitch in 8 months. It's just been crazy, guys. This is all y'all, not me. That's all y'all's doing. Just crazy, man. I appreciate you guys. In high school, I was like an outgoing, funny guy, always making goofy faces in the cameras, doing all kinds of stuff like that, and then life hit me, made me kind of down, and then I started live streaming. It kind of brought back my personality, so That's a long story short. Yeah, and Big Chief sends me nudes at night, so that keeps my spirits up high. I appreciate Rick for doing that. What's up, Jay Bizzo? I love being able to watch the passes on the big screen when we get back home from the track. Thank you, Leopard. That's awesome, man. I love creating memories for y'all, man. Whenever, and this will be in the Saw Blade racing video that I made. That, like I said, it started out where it was going to be like a YouTube channel where I just make some extra cash. Or, I mean, YouTube doesn't pay anything unless you get like 20, 30, 50,000 views. But I didn't know that at the time. But then I came out to the track, and then I met the racers, I met the family of the racers, I met Cameron, and everybody was just like a big family, right? And I'm an only child, so all these racers and everybody was like one big happy family. And once I met the brotherhood of all the racing, I was like, bro, this is where I belong. This is awesome. So somewhere in the video for Saw Blade, I was telling people, if you're depressed, if you're sad about the life you have and you're lonely, just show up to your local racetrack, hang out. It's just, there's nothing else like it at all. The racing brotherhood is something very unique. Rick said I used to be a Chippendales dancer. Yeah, Austin, being an only child, definitely, I would love to have some brothers and sisters, right? Because being an only child makes you very selfish. Like, everything is yours. This is mine. Get away from it. But streaming has made me total opposite from that. Like, I didn't like going and doing the Saw Blade racing video, right? Because all the Saw Blade racing, all that was directed right at me, and I didn't like it at all. Even Cameron tell you that. I didn't like all that attention being focused on me. I'd rather make other people happy. Because like I say, being an only child is not very fun at all. I didn't like it very much. I still don't like it. Yeah, I still don't like it. I'd love to have a brother or a sister just to hang out with, share life with. That'd be cool. So what I did is I made a family out here at the racetrack. And all the racers and you guys in chat are my brothers and sisters. So I appreciate it. Very, very much. Such a cool experience, man. Are you really, Rick? I didn't know you were only child, Rick. Exactly, Bubblegum Gangster. Y'all are my brothers and sisters. Yeah. Hey, Rick, that's awesome, man. I remember first I called you, didn't think you would answer, but I did. I'm all about helping y'all, man. For sure, y'all guys are my brother and sister. I will forever be thankful. I appreciate it. Another thing you can ask Cameron is, when me and Cameron get to the track, say we're out of town, we get back here, I'll be over there complaining to Cameron, like, man, I really don't want to live stream. Like, man, I'm so tired. I don't want to do this. Like, oh my God. I'll be over there complaining, but as soon as I turn the live stream on, it changes everything. Because it's not about you anymore. It's about the people that are watching you. It's about the relationships there. Giving people something to watch other than the stupid news that's on all the time. The bad news. That's why we don't allow any politics or anything like that in the chat. All happy thoughts. That's my goal. Same with my dad, Rick. He had a brother. That's why you don't listen to the news. I hate the news. I hate it. I don't like that bad news. I don't like that negative energy telling me about how bad this 10% of the country doesn't like this and that and this and that. Nah, bro. Life's too short for all that. Enjoy your time while you're here. Come in here and pick on Big Chief Rick or Kyle or Snug. Just come in here and have a good time. Forget about it. Life's way too short, bro. I can't believe I'm 43 years old. Like, I don't know what happened. One day I was happy I was about to turn 21 so I could buy liquor. I turned 21. I couldn't wait till 25 for my insurance to go down. Next thing you know, I'm 43 years old. I don't know what happened. My face is falling off my face. I don't know what happened. It's so crazy. It's way too short, man. And I would say the number one thing in the back of my head as I'm walking around filming, because as you get to know the racers, the pit crew, all that, there's a lot of people, just to be in a down moment real quick. People pass away in racing, and what we do here on Twitch and through the live stream is we're always live, we're always recording, we're always creating memories of everybody that's out here right now. So if somebody is out at the track and passes away, at least we have them on video to keep their memory alive forever. And it's happened a bunch. It's happened a lot. Yeah, exactly, Deline. Yep. I was 43. Yeah, exactly, Rapid. Yep. Happens fast, don't it? Holy cow. Yeah, like Cameron said, that's what we were talking about earlier. Cameron's like, have you met my sister? I was like, no. I haven't met her, but I heard she likes photographers, and I was giving him a hard time. I was like, I'm just kidding, bro. She's like half my age. Like, I don't know what happened. I went to bed at 20 and woke up at 43. I don't know what happened. $61? That's awesome, Roll Tide. So yeah, that's what the channel's about. Having a good time. Forgetting about the real world problems. About to watch this Honda blow up. About to watch this Honda blow up right here on live on stream. What car is a yellow car? This right here? Camaro? What's up, 660? Houston Motorsports Park. That's where we're at. Dang, it's 11:30? Holy cow. I gotta be up at 7 in the morning. Seven in the morning. Watch it when you got. Hey, there you go, Max. You found the Chevrolet emblem. I have 7 children. Now they're all grown. It happened fast, didn't it, Rapid? My son is almost 17 years old. I don't know what happened. 17 years old. Let me see. 1 minute I was 20. Next minute I had a son that loved playing video games with his dad to nothing to do with him to wanting to play video games with his friends. And that still hurts. Let's see. Hold on, Jet. What is that? Hold on, Chad. I want to scroll and see whose night we can make. It takes forever, man, to scroll. Let's see. Woo, okay. He won't. Okay. Is that how you spell it? Let's see. Okay, that is how you spell it. All right, chat. So what I'm gonna do is this guy has no idea he's about to get raided with 150 people. I will see you guys early tomorrow. Big event, Hell at the Dale. Make sure you have your notifications on. You do not want to miss Hell at the Dale tomorrow. Hold on. Whenever we send the host over, make sure you click at the top of the chat where it says to join their stream. That way when you're talking in chat, it's going to their chat and not mine. But before you leave, let's go in here and give him some hearts. Here we go, chat. I better have spelled it right, chat. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Here we go.